Hey YouTubers, got a quick Dragon Ball discussion for you today. Today I'm joined by Careamplays. Why don't you say hello, man?
Hey, what's up?
Okay, cool. Nice to have you on my channel. First
Thank you
collab
for
together.
yeah, thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a really quick discussion video, and it's kind of like the second part in a new series that I'm putting out there. Whether these are scripted or discussion videos is like undetermined at this point, but today we're going to be talking about whether or not Goten in Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, whatever, was he wasted as a character? And right now, like, you've seen everything. I've told you, just go down in the comment section below. Tell us what you think. We really want to know what you have to think. So even like before you get all of our opinions and understand like what we have to say about the matter, we want to know your unbiased opinion about what we're saying and what anyone else is saying. Tell us what you think. Anyway, with that being said, I do have like a different opinion on this than a lot of people, and I know that like my channel gets a lot of love because I have like Goten plastered everywhere on my freaking wall. He is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Dragon Ball characters. But I have to actually say, although a lot of people in the community think that Goten was wasted, I'm not really sure. I actually think that his character was, if not for just having Trunks have a partner so they can become Gotenks together and kind of play off of each other throughout the entire series, his was kind of the innocence and being of actually the fulfillment of having saved the future, that Trunks came back and Gohan stepped up to actually beat Cell. That's kind of who I've always seen Goten as. He's just like this innocent little person that was like kind of never really meant to exist. To me, he was never like the next savior of Earth. He was not supposed to be the person who takes over Gohan or Goku's mantle or anything. He was never going to be that way. I never thought that he was actually into fighting, for that matter. I thought he idolized people like Trunks and Vegeta, Gohan and Goku, everyone that was in his life. I mean, he has grown up and surrounded by people who fight. Even Chi-Chi taught him how to fight, and she didn't, bully parent him like she did Gohan. So like that's just my 2 cents on the matter. I feel like, he is one of these people that we just kind of see go throughout all of Dragon Ball, and it's just kind of like this physical embodiment of pure innocence that we got from having saved the future after Cell and the androids and all that. But I'm going to pass it over to Kareem. What do you think, man?
Alright, so honestly, like, I will agree with you on that, only because, like, I feel like his character, too, like, in the beginning, wasn't even that big of a character development, because, like, it was just, like, Buu Saga or whatever, they come in, after all the Cell Saga and stuff, and then Goten's there, and I have to agree with you on, like, the Trunks thing, because, like, I do feel like Goten was just there so that Trunks wasn't alone in the matter of, like, him being the only kid or growing up, because Gohan, by that time, was already, like, an adult. He was, a teenager going into an adult, and it's just kind of like Trunks would have been by himself. And I think Goten was just there to, like, fulfill, just being there for Trunks, and then, yeah, like you said, with the Gotenks, so that they could fuse, with the whole Buu Saga. Said, it gave you, like, a little taste of what Buu's power was, and then it went over to Gohan.
But is it like, so, like, do you think, in all of that, do you think, like, he is a wasted character? I mean, like, did he not live up to whatever potential that people think that he revolves in? And you can talk about Dragon Ball Z, GT,
right.
or Super.
Yeah. Alright, so, like, I feel like people might have wanted Goten to, like, be more of a bigger character. Like, I feel like his power wasn't wasted. I don't feel that, only because I don't feel like he was meant to be a big character. Like, I honestly, personally, don't feel like he was supposed to be anyone big. He was just supposed to be Goten, a new character just to introduce with Trunks and all that. So I don't think he was really wasted, but I could see where people think that only because he was another Saiyan, another half Saiyan, that could have potential. But I just don't think he really was wasted.
I mean, yeah, like, he was 7 years old or younger when he turned into Super Saiyan. I mean,
and
like...
see, that's the only thing. That's the only reason why people would think that was wasted, is because he was one of the youngest Saiyans to go Super Saiyan. And I could see how people were thinking, oh my god, this guy's going Super Saiyan at, like, the youngest age. Maybe he could be this, cool hero. But I just think it was just because everyone else was Super Saiyan at the time. Why not be Goten one?
I mean, yeah, like, that's just the simple truth of it. When by the time the Buu Saga happened, if you weren't a Super Saiyan, you weren't useful. And
exactly.
I'm pretty sure Toriyama was just like, we need them. They're going to be somewhat useful, or I want them to actually be in the spotlight. And if they're not Super Saiyan, they can't be in the spotlight.
Yeah,
and
exactly. They brought out, like, just to see how strong Buu was. Like, the whole Gotenks versus Buu fight, that was representing, basically, the Buu, this new Buu or whatever, Super Buu, is strong. Gotenks had the fuse and everything, and then the whole hyperbolic time chamber, he ripped the hole through. Like, I think it was more of like just so that he could be with Goten to make so he could be with Trunks to do the fusion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And just going off this, like my last point here is, although a lot of people hate what he became in like the end of Z or GT, I actually really like that concept because he is a innocent young boy that grows up in a completely different world than Gohan or Goku before him, and he's free to be his own person. And we meet him as a very young, impressionable age, but then he kind of goes off and does his own thing. We don't necessarily know why. Maybe Super might tell us, like, kind of show how he makes that somewhat jump in development. But it's not really important. The whole point is the way he was expressed, not only at the end of Z, but also in the non-canon GT, is somewhat a decent character development for me. Like, I kind of like seeing Goten be completely different than Goku and Gohan and just be his own person. Like, he's like a player. He just flirts with girls and everything. He understands it, while Goku never really did. Like, he didn't understand the basic concept of it, and Gohan was just always too timid to even like do anything about that. Right. But going off of that was Super. My final point is Super, and I feel like if there's anything where Goten has been wasted, Trunks too, in that matter. Like, if they've been wasted, it's been Super, because
definitely.
Because those two in Z, even when they were introduced in the whole Buu Saga part, they had their little side adventures. They had the whole tournament arc where they dressed up as Mighty Mask.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like those guys, like, that was a really fun side antics and stuff. But maybe that's because Super's been nothing but laughs and giggles so far.
That's true.
That they don't really have anything to do, because putting them in there would be like too much and too much laughter. I mean, since there's no antagonizing force or threat in Dragon Ball Super, maybe having them go off and do their own funny side adventures is a little too much. I just really wish we got to see more of them in this series.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyway, do you have, like, I think we're done, like, unless you have, like, anything else to say?
No, I think that was all good.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far, please remember to comment. Tell us your thoughts about, like, whether you think that Goten was a wasted character in Dragon Ball. I'm going to put Kareem's channel in the description below. Y'all should go check him out. He does a lot of game stuff and everything. Anyway, everyone have a really nice day. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.